You already know what it is. It's your boy Laid Back with another reaction, another review, another episode. Hey, Diddy, you up to bat. Pause. It's your boy Laid Back. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, two things we got to do. You got to hit that subscribe button. I'm drinking this water. You already know what it is, man. You are the prize in 2025. You are the prize. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Stay up to date with all the videos. Don't forget to hit the like button. Share this with the last person you texting the phone to, man, for real. But we back. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stay up to date with all the Diddy stuff. A lot of stuff is going on. We got a new video, surprise bombshell video, shakes up P. Diddy trafficking trial. We're gonna see what's going on here. But look, you make it to the end of this one, you're a real one for real. Make sure you put that in the comments. Let's go ahead and get into it. Fire Squad, what's popping? Let's get it.
By the way, interesting update from court. Sean Combs' counsel, Alexandra Shapiro, says some people on the internet think they figured out who Mia is. We got this video, again, that might be used to impeach her credibility. We got this video also from random people on the internet. We don't think this was ever posted on her social media. It was on some random website. Should we show it to you? I got to ask you, I have to move on to this question, Serena. This is quite alarming. How is this possible?
I have no idea how it's possible, and I'm sure Mia is probably, panicking in this moment in time. Like, are people stalking her on the internet, trying to figure out her identity? You know, she testified that she was a victim, essentially. There's shield laws that exist to try to protect people in her position. And so this is really getting very nerve-wracking probably for her and just absurd for the courtroom.
If someone revealed her identity, is that a crime, Tyler?
No, it's not a crime if somebody revealed her identity, especially if they're not a part of this case. The reason they have these confidentiality orders and protective orders is for the parties involved to do their best to protect a Jane Doe or anybody proceeding under a pseudonym's identity. It is possible for the public to learn their identity, but it's really the people who are part of the case who are agreeing to protect her confidentiality. Once she got on that stand, it's very possible that somebody knew her identity. What I find more troubling and less likely is if this video is being sent by random people on the internet, and that's what they want to proffer as evidence in this criminal trial. I find that hard to be admitted. If they could track the video from one person who could confirm the identity of the person, and then it could be used for impeachment evidence, that's different. But random people on the internet sending videos, that opens the door to a can of worms.
Well, I mean, Tyler, they would have to authenticate it, make sure it's real, and couldn't they theoretically be able to use it?
They could theoretically be able to use it, but it seems like they're trying to use it right now when Mia's going to get put back on the stand. I haven't heard of any witness to authenticate this video yet. They're just talking about displaying this video. That's what seems to be a little odd to me.
Apparently the video is being shown, not on the public screen in the gallery.
What?
I think it's already been redacted. And then the prosecutor says they waited until the direct was over. This is a kind of a change of circumstances. Does it become a question if her identity has been revealed and her security or her testimony is going to be affected in some way? And I'm sure this happens in trials all the time where there's a change in circumstance. Could she stop being questioned? Could she, I mean, she testified. The defense has a right to cross-examine her. But if there is a change in circumstances, could she, in any way, the court say, hey, listen, she's done with her testimony, you got what you needed out of her, Serena?
I don't think so. I think that would be like the best appeal point ever on the side of the defense. I think the case gets overturned because you're violating the confrontation clause. You know, you're taking away Diddy's right to confront his accuser, especially because she's already given all of the testimony that was apparently positive for the prosecution, and then cutting her off before even one question could be asked by or maybe not one, but the full cross-examination be completed. I think it gets overturned.
What do you think the judge is going to do here? I mean, do you think the judge first of all, can the judge order an investigation into this? And also, Tyler, do you think the judge is going to allow this piece of evidence in? If we're reading this correctly through the transcript, that this is a situation where she might be faking the way she's speaking on the stand, feels like relevant evidence for cross-examination, but at the same time, the way they're getting it and the issue of her identity being revealed, A, can the judge order some sort of investigation here? And B, you think he's going to allow this video in?
Well, it's probably 3 o'clock right now, or close to 2 o'clock. If I was the judge, which I'm not, I think this would be a good time to let's see what this video looks like. Let's see what the testimony would be given, what examination questions will be asked by the defense. Let's break for the day, and he'll make his ruling and start on Monday fresh, whether this video is going to be allowed in or not allowed in. I think that would be a good way for the court to explore, the potential pitfalls here, see how the defense is going to authenticate this video. Now, regarding any additional protections for Mia, I think that the court and the parties involved in this case have appeared to do everything possible to protect her identity. But the fact of the matter is, this is a high-profile case. People are watching this all across the country. And if you were to think that she would be on the stand giving facts about pictures with Cassie and being in South Africa, that people weren't looking on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere else on social media to try to put 2 and 2 together, that's hard to believe. So I'm not shocked that people have identified her, because I'm pretty sure people are on their phones right now trying to look into her.
This we got a question about this. Serena, this is from Enlin DK. Wouldn't they have to prove where they got the video? Sneaky.
So what's going on? It's a video. They found out who the person was that's trying to be a Jane Doe. What's in the video? They haven't spoke yet to what's in the video. Y'all in the comments, if y'all know what they talking about, what's in this video, or maybe they're going to get to it a little later, but I don't know what's going on with this video and this woman right here.
Yeah, it's just as the two of you were saying, that there needs to be a witness to authenticate that video, meaning to set a foundation to show that it hasn't been tampered with, that it's not AI. You know what I mean? It's especially in today's day and age, you have to be able to have the appropriate witness say this is a fair and accurate depiction of who this person is, and who that witness is going to be. Who knows? Maybe Mia herself. We don't know. But I do agree that this is a good time for the court to send the jury home and have this kind of mooted in front of him to see kind of whether the relevance is there, whether the foundation is there, and whether the prejudicial value outweighs that.
I think we have an answer about this video. The judge just said, when did the defense see it? Combs counsel Alexandra Shapiro says yesterday. Judge says, when was it marked at 1750? Shapiro says, I don't know. Judge says the video is precluded after the number of social media posts the defense has used. It is cumulative. The defense's theory, dubious. What does that mean?
Yeah, what the hell?
Tyler, I'll start with you.
Yeah, they're not going to allow the video in. They were saying that there's been substantial social media posts already admitted into evidence showing that Mia has been in communications and contact with Mr. Combs, and that she said things like, I love you, you're a mentor, and things of that nature. But it sounds like this video, the defense believe this is going to be some strong evidence. I'm pretty sure they're going to want their objections noted for the record. So this could be an issue on appeal if this is highly prejudicial for Mr. Combs' case.
Well, Serena, I mean, it seems like they're saying we're using it for a different purpose. We're not trying to suggest, hey, she's making up the story because look at, positive posts she's making about Sean Combs. But no, this video shows she's not talking the same affect that she is on the stand. So they're trying, it seems, if I'm understanding correctly, they're trying to use this video for a different kind of impeachment.
I totally agree with you. And I think, not to assume too many things, but to me, this feels like the judge saying, you know what? I'm just going to say it's cumulative because we got to keep this trial going. We have Mia on the stand who's probably falling apart. I'm not going to want to bring her back on Monday, finish her testimony, get her off the stand. Let's keep this trial moving at the right pace. And I do agree with you. I think that the judge is just making that decision to make that decision. I don't think it's actually cumulative.
It's a great question. By the way, another update in court, Brian Steele, this is Sean Combs' defense counsel, one of them, can I ask if she sent it? Can I ask if she sent it? The judge says yes. I'm going to ask about scrapbooks. The prosecutor and I have a disagreement. I have 3 copies, one for the jurors to pass around. The honorable prosecutor and I disagree. So it looks like a separate question. Here's a great question from Michelle LaBelle. Tyler, how does the public know how she's acting in court, which is different than usual if they're not allowed in court? So that makes me think now, the only people to know how she's actually testifying and the way that she's speaking are those who are in the courtroom.
Right.
Now, I'm not making any conspiracy theories here, but That's a good question, right? Why would this video be circulating? Unless of course, someone found out her identity from the outside, just was circulating the video, and defense counsel said, wait a minute. The way she's talking in this video is very different than the way she's talking on the stand. Or the more ominous conspiracy theory is, did someone in the court who knew the way she was speaking start circulating the video online? I mean, I don't want to be engaging in conspiracy theories here, but it's a great question for Michelle LaBelle, no?
Yeah, it's a great question. But one thing that Mr. Combs' defense lawyer just said is, can I ask her if she sent it? Now, if they're referencing the video that he wants to ask her if she sent it, they must know who she sent the video to. They said random people earlier. They may not be trying to show their whole hand here. If Mr. Combs knows Mia clearly, so he knows how she acted when she was with him versus how she's acting now. The defense has offices, and they have associates and other people who are on the outside who could be investigating, trying to collect evidence that could be used to help Mr. Combs in real time. Now, do I think somebody there is a plant who's a reporter or something helping the defense? No, but this is a high-profile case. She's testifying. To think that there aren't people on the outside who have interest in this case, whether as associates, employees of either side of this case, would be foolish.
Right.
Got a question from Laya. This is a question for you, Serena. Did Mia get exposed?
Yeah, it's possible. And again, it's very scary if so, because everyone's trying to protect this woman and she deserves that protection and privacy. But as we've been saying, it is still a somewhat public trial. There are going to be not only people in the courtroom, but online sleuths. I mean, even the court drawing, though her face is blurred out, we can tell her race, we can tell her hair color, we can tell her stature. And, there are probably going to be people, maybe not in Diddy's inner circle, but maybe even in the second or third degree circle, who know who this woman is.
Right.
And so to think that she has complete anonymity in today's day and age with, online sleuthing and just the ability to find things out about people, it's just so easy today. So I do think that someone figured out who she was.
I'll get a question from Melissa Budas. This is for you, Tyler. Didn't the previous witness, the stylist, so Deontay Nash, confirm a lot of Mia's testimony?
Oh, he confirmed a lot of her testimony, and everybody at the prosecution is calling as witness. Their testimony is meant to build on each other. Think about the witnesses that led up to Kid Cudi testifying. Then you had Deontay Nash, who testified a couple days ago, and now Mia, who's testifying now. So the prosecution is not calling witnesses, and they're going to be surprised at what they say. They have an idea of what they're going to say, and they want to present this case methodically in a way they want. That's the whole point of planning for trial and presenting your case in a way that's going to be effective.
Yeah, it's. I know that there was a overlap of testimony regarding trying to intervene when Sean Combs allegedly was attacking Cassie. One of the few times we've ever heard anybody do that. But, that Mia tried to step in. He tried to step in. He mentioned Mia. Serena, we got a question here from Green Yoshi once again. Is there another color Yoshi? I got to play Super Mario 3. I don't remember. All right. What is being done to protect the jury in terms of their identities post-trial?
Wow.
That's a great question. A jury is the people who are on this case might be nervous about something like that. Obviously, they were very well vetted. Questions were asked of them, and somehow they ended up on this jury as unbiased and willing participants, I guess. But there is always that fear that they're going to be found out. Sometimes people take advantage of that. They like to write about it, or they like to give interviews, but you don't have to. And it is a nerve-wracking thing if people find out who you are and you've been on this trial, because sometimes people are very upset at the eventual verdict.
Right. Right.
One more question I'm going to throw to you, Tyler. This is from Enlin DK. Once again, if they're saying she's faking, meaning Mia, couldn't the same be said about Diddy? Where's the bling and ego?
Wow.
Well, the bling is not on him. He's now a resident of a detention facility while he's pending trial. He hasn't taken a stand yet either to put himself up there and remind people that he is presumed innocent until he's found guilty by a jury. He does not have to present any evidence. It's up to the prosecution's job to present their case and get these criminal charges proved beyond a reasonable doubt. So
Right.
if he does get on the stand, yes, they could say that Mr. Combs is acting. Now, there could be you could insinuate that the clothes that he's wearing, that people have described, they look somewhat like Bill Cosby as Mr. Huxtable, right, in the Cosby Show, versus the mere Sean Puffy Combs that people are used to. I could see that, but he's not on the stand here. He's sitting at the table as the defendant, trying to talk to his counsel about how they can discredit any witness that gets on the stand for the prosecution.
So quick update from court. Judge, you can give it to them. Judge says you can give it to them for a couple minutes. Bring Mia back in. Then the jury, the witness enters, jury enters. Okay, Combs, Brian Steele asks, what is the Breakfast Club? Mia says, the name of our camp, Puff's friend group, still partying at breakfast. I was invited in once. Okay, really interesting back and forth today. What a development. But man, I had an all-star panel. Serena Townsend, Tyler Bailey, thank you both so much for coming on. Your expertise, second to none. Just amazing having you both here to answer these questions. Thank you both so much, and have a great weekend. We can't wait to have you guys back here on the show.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, guys. So we already know this is a super high profile case. We already know that, you know what I mean? So she was trying to be a Jane Doe, mess around, and they saying people found out who she was, the people in the courts, the internet, they done found out who this woman was and saying like, yo, she capping. She don't even talk like that. She don't even move like that. I don't even know what's in the video that they seen or whatever. Like I said, y'all got to let me know in the comments what's up with this video. Like, what is the bombshell? Is it the fact that she has a different accent? She don't talk like that. She don't have those same mannerisms. Like, what is the bombshell in this for the people that's been following this better than me? But this is a high profile case, so you already know things is going to be coming out. You know what I'm saying? And people, even like they said, the jury, like people might find out who they are and they might become targets. So this is not just about Diddy and the people that's in the case. It's about the jury. It's about all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's being involved by this. And like they said, the internet is going internet, man. So you got to be careful. But you made it this far. You're a real one for real. Make sure you put that in the comments. Hey, till next time, self-love and positivity. Fire Squad, I got you and you know it.